Hi, I'm Jenny Del Pozo, and today we're going to do a full body Pilates workout. So go ahead and join me down onto your reformer. We're going to start with your footwork. So I want all of your springs on except for one of your lightest springs. And again, I'll put everything up for you so you can keep seeing it. But just know it's your footwork springs, so all your springs except for one light spring. I want you to lie all the way down onto your backs, get nice and comfy there. And then come onto the balls of your feet. Heels together, toes apart. And then feel your tailbone press down into the mat so you have that natural curve in your low back. Then from there, you're going to start to press the carriage away and pull right back in. Reach it and in. Reach in. Now make sure that those knees are just tracking right over those shoulders the entire time. You're not coming in too far or too wide, I should say, with those knees. And when you have those knees tracking in line with the shoulders, you'll feel just that nice inner thigh of your connections a little bit, or connection of your inner thighs a little bit more right there. Reach and in. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, I want you to come halfway in, pulse it up and down, up and down. Heels are nice and high still, and then you're pressing the heels together. That, again, is going to activate those inner thighs big time. The more you can press those heels together, the more you're going to feel those inner thighs. Make sure that tailbone is still pressing down into the mats. Good. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hold it halfway out. Hold right there. And then your thigh bones are just going to press out and in, out, in. Only come in as far as you can keep the heels together too. And you want to feel like you almost have a band on the thigh bones that you're pressing away and pressing out. Reach. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out and come right back in. Now, I want you to stay on the balls of the feet today. Just go parallel and hip width apart. Heels up nice and high. Second set. Here we go. You reach it out and pull in. Reach and in. Inhale as you reach, exhale to come in, and think that your hamstrings and your glutes are your brakes every time you come in and in. Reach in, go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, come halfway in, little pulses up and down, tailbones down again, abs are pulling in and up. And then start to press your palms down into your carriage and feel the triceps having to work a little bit more right there. Go for 4, 3, 2. Stay halfway out. Lower the heels down, lift them up. Keep your carriage still and just lower and lift the heels. Whoo! You'll feel those quads activating. Can you press your tailbone down even more? You want to keep length in your hip flexors the entire time. Good, as much as you can, right? There we go. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, lift those heels, press all the way out, and come right back in. All right, you're going to come up to your heels next, legs all the way together in parallel. So you're pressing those inner thighs together. Keep the feet flexed back, and you press out and back in. Reach and in. Really try to feel the inner thighs hugging that midline as you're coming in and in. Reach in. Can you flex the feet back even more? Take the whole foot back, not just the toes. Good. Reach and in. Go 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come halfway in, little pulses up and down, up and down. Really press those heels into the foot bar. Every time you come in, again, those hamstrings and glutes are your brakes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out and then come right back in. All right, let's come down to the balls of the feet again. It's your tendon stretch. You're going to press all the way out. Hold it out there. Lower the heels underneath the foot bar, keeping the heels glued together. Then lift right back up. Down and up. Down, up. So you want to try to feel the glutes just hugging towards each other, not like a crazy clench that's going to flip your pelvis. You want to feel those glutes connecting all the way up into those hamstrings too. That little insertion point of the glutes in the hamstrings. Think about that one. Up, 2 more, 2. Last one, lift it up. Go parallel with the legs and just do a little run right here. Lowering one heel under and then you switch and just move through that. See how that feels today too. Switch it. Go for 4, 3, 2, last set. Lift the heels up, bend your knees, come all the way in. Now all I want you to do is scoot a little out of your shoulder blocks. We're gonna do footwork again, but all for your core. So hands are gonna come palm over palm behind the nape of the neck. Curl your head and chest up. Give me heels together, toes apart, knees tracking back in line with those shoulders again. Now from here, you stay curled up, lengthen the legs out, bend them back in. Reach and in, reach and in. Now notice here, if you can see a little bit, my elbows aren't completely wide to the sides. It's that little hug, it's to the diagonals more so for me. That helps me connect to my lats and curl up a little higher. That should help you too. Go for 2 more. 2. Last one, bend the legs in. Bring the legs all the way together in parallel. Point through your feet still. You reach the legs out, so you pull them back in. Reach and in. Feeling the ribs pulling down. You can still have that natural curve of your low back, like that neutral spine that we talk about, but you're just not dumping and arching into your low back. Can you curl up a little higher? Last 2. Last one, bend it in. Now flex through the feet. Same work right here. Reach it out. Pull it in. Reach in. Keep that up. Reach. Feel those abs pull in as those legs go out. 3 more. Go for 2. Last one, hold it out there. Go heels together, toes apart. Bring your hands right by your hips. And I just want you to point the feet and flex. You point and flex. Curl up a little higher, maybe if you can. Point and flex. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bend those legs in and rest it down for a second right there. Whew. All right, from there, you rock and roll yourself up. We're going to lower the foot bar down and then come on to 2 medium springs. We're going to go into a little bit more abs and a little arms. So 2 medium springs for you. And again, if the shoulders are bothering you or anything like that, we can always go a little lighter. And I'm going to turn off one of these lights. So go ahead and lie all the way back down. Maybe not. There it goes. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so you're going to lie all the way back down. Grab onto your handles and reach them up towards the sky. Bring your legs to tabletop. Feel the ribs pull down. And then you're going to press the arms down and reach back up, just in line with the shoulders each time. Now make sure that those legs are staying in that true tabletop position. That core should be nice and fired off after we just did that footwork for it. So you'll feel those abs right away. Reach. Now, if it's available in your body today, let's go ahead and start to add the curl. So as you press the arms down, curl the head and chest up, and then lower and reach back up. And again, curl it up and back down. Up, bending through that spine, keeping those legs at that true tabletop, trying not to bring those knees in at all. Go for 2 more. Last one. Then you add the legs in too. So you're going to curl it up and lengthen it out and bend back in. And as you curl up, you can go heels together, toes apart, and then bend it back into parallel. Again, reach it and in. Working that curl and in. Go for 2 more, then we're going to stay up there. This last one, you stay up there, pump those arms up and down for the 100. You inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that up right there. Now it's big, strong arm pumps, and you're trying to keep the carriage still at the same time. So that way you're reaching through the back side of the body into those handles. Think of that. Now again, every day is going to be different. We've done a lot of core. Maybe your legs are bent and up towards the sky. If that feels better on your body, go there. That's fine. Maybe the legs just need to stay at tabletop. That's also okay. Maybe those legs are lengthening nice and low. Just take it where you can today. I'm good, like right around here. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last set here. Inhale. Pump, 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 and exhale. Bend those legs in, reach the arms up, and rest for a second. You can hold on to the pegs behind you. Let the legs drape over to one side. And then drape them over to the other side. And then you'll come back to center. Legs come back up to tabletop. Press the arms down by your hips and then face the palms towards the hips. We'll work a little bit more arms now. So now you can keep your head down. The arms are going to open up to a T and then hug right back in. Inhale as you open, exhale to close. Inhale, open, and close. 2 more. Last one. Then reach the arms up towards the ceiling and you'll go for arm circles. So you're going to press down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Keep the neck nice and long. Again, tailbone's pressing down. Top ribs are pulling down as well. Natural curve in that low back. 2 more. Last one. And then reverse your circles out and around and up. Feel that core staying on nice and tight. All the while still able to breathe. 2 more. Last one. Press the arms all the way down by your sides. Collarbones are wide. You bend the elbows for triceps and then straighten it. Bend and straighten. Try to press your elbows down into the mat. And try to resist the bend. So slowly press into those handles as you bend. And then you straighten. Bend and reach. 2 more. 2. Last one. Then bend those elbows and go for those T-Rex circles. So you circle it around. There's still big circles from the elbow, but you're keeping those elbows pressing down into the mat. How's that core feeling? Feel that belly pulling in and up. 2 more. Last one. Then reverse your circles down and around. Down and around. Go for 2 more here. 2. Last one. Reach the arms long, reach them all the way up, and rest for a second. Again, you can hold on to those pegs. Take that little twist in your spine. Feels so good right there. Okay, then from here, we're going to go into a little bit of your ab series with the handles. So if you want to go a little lighter in your springs, you can totally go 1 medium, 1 light for this, or try to stay on the springs you are right now. If it goes into your neck, that's when you'll go a little bit lighter. Knees into your chest, arms up towards the sky. Press your arms down as you curl your head and chest up. Ooh, I feel that core already. Now you're hovering the arms an inch off the mat. Keep your right knee in, extend your other leg out, your left leg, and then we just switch it. And switch, switch, switch it. Keep trying to curl up right here, bending through that spine. Go for 4. Knee in towards that nose. You go for 2. Last set. Bend both legs in, try to stay curled up. Face the palms towards the hips. Now you stay curled up, keep looking at your core. As the legs go out, the arms go to a small V. Then you pull everything back in. Inhale, reach it. Exhale, in. Reach, in. Those arms are going to want to open up a lot wider, but you're in control of those springs. And you're in control of how big that movement is. I want it small because you can work so that you can work that curl. Go for 2 more. Last one. Bend it in, reach it up. Take a tiny little breather. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, curl it right back up. Legs go up towards the sky. Now we go into your scissors. So reach your right leg towards you as the left leg lowers to a 45-degree angle. So not too low, but right around there. Then from here, that top leg's going to do a little kick, kick. Then scissor switch your legs. Kick, kick, switch, kick, 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 kick. Try to keep the legs long. And that kick, kick is really stemming from the low abdominals versus just flicking the leg to do it. Go for 4. And 3. Go for 2. Last set here. 1. and 1, and then bend the legs in, reach the arms up. Woo. Now we're gonna keep the head down for your lower lift. Press the arms back down by your sides, and now you'll press all the way down into the mat for this set, and lengthen your legs straight up towards the sky again. Now, if your hamstrings are tight and this is really hard to keep the legs up, bend the knees and give me like a diamond shape. That's totally fine. That should feel a lot better in your back if that's like where it feels like it's pulling. Just gotta bend those knees. Now from here, the legs lower down for 3, 2, 1. You lift up in 1 count, just back to 90. Make sure you don't go too far back. All right, let's do it again. You lower down 3, 2, 1, and up. Again, 3, 2, 1, up. 3 more here. 3, 2, 1, up. Go 2, abs in. Only go as low as those abs can stay in. Last one, 3, 2, 1, and up. Bend the legs in, reach the arms up. Now for crisscross, think about our single leg stretch that we did, but we're just gonna add a little twist to it. So I'm gonna keep the right leg in. As I extend the left leg out, I'm gonna curl up and over to the right side. Now hold it right there. My arms are framing that leg. Then I'm gonna stay this curled up, trying not to move your carriage as you reach up and over to the other side. And then reach to the other side again. And you just keep rotating and switching right here. Try to really press through that outside handle as much as you can. Twist and twist. Reach. You go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in and rest it down. Woo. Go ahead and hook up those handles. Rock and roll yourself up. Abs are feeling good. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go to 1 medium spring and work our kneeling arm series. So 1 medium spring should be great. If you wanna go a little lighter, you can absolutely go to that lighter spring. Just like 1 light spring is totally good there too. So listen to your body of where you wanna go. All right, from here, hook your feet around the edge of your carriage. Sit your hips back slightly. Feel the spine lengthening, and you're trying not to round and like pull into your low back that way. The knees are just hip width apart, and I want you to grab onto 1 handle. You can pick whatever one you want to start out. Always change it up too. I love doing that. Make sure you always change whatever arm you always start with. Now from here, collarbones are wide, abs are in. Start to press the arm down and back, and then back in line with the shoulder. Again, back and back in line. And you're looking towards the edge of your reformer. That way your neck isn't pulling down and you're not crunching it up. Now there are variations to this. You can keep going right here. If you like to just challenge your core stability, make sure your carriage is all the way in. Hand goes onto the low back, then slowly press back and come back in. Now if you chuck that arm back, you're gonna feel like you're gonna fall forward, and you might. So I want you to be nice and careful here. Only do it when your body is ready for it. That hand could always stay down. Plenty of work happening. 3 more. Go for 2. Last one, press it back, hold it back. You bend your elbow and straighten it. Keep reaching that heart forward. Tail is nice and long. Into those triceps, abs are in and up. Go 4 more, you're almost there. 3, 2, last one, press it back, hold it back, little hugs in. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep reaching through that strap right there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward. Keep holding onto that handle. You're gonna sit down onto your feet. Now if that bothers your knees, you could always just lengthen the legs out in front of you. Just lower your headrest down, legs can go out, or you can sit cross-legged. You're gonna flip your palm. Other hand can just go onto your hip. You're sitting up nice and tall. You draw that shoulder back and you go for a bicep curl. And reach. In and reach. So you just want to feel that core pulling up. In. Nice bicep curl right there. Try to keep your elbow up in line with the shoulder. Go for 3 more. And 2. Woo. Last one, hold it right there. Little pulses up. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. and rest from there. Go ahead and hook up that handle. Hands can go onto the wood frame and just round through that spine and arch and reach. Again, round and reach. And then from there, we come back. The feet go back around the edge of the carriage. Grab onto your other handle. We start all over. So draw the shoulders down and back. Heart is reaching forward. Sweep that arm down and back. And then back in line with that shoulder. Again, reach it and back. Reach. If you want to challenge it like you did on the other side, other hand can go behind the back, making sure that you're nice and stable there. Feel the inner thighs hugging that midline of your body. 3, heart still forward. 2, neck still long. Last one, you press it back, bend your elbow and straighten it. Bend and straighten. Keep that weight even in those legs. Keep that spine again nice and long. And you're using that breath right here. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you straighten. Go for 3 more. 2. Last one, press it back. Hold it back there, little hugs in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep it up. Right there for 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward. Woo! Walk the knees in a little bit. Flip that palm, other hand onto the hip. Bicep curl it out. So you're trying to make sure, it's easy to think that that right shoulder, whatever shoulder you're doing, whatever arm you're doing, is plugging back. Try to plug it back a little bit more. And feel how much that core needs to stay on to keep this work even still in the body. That way you're not like leaning into one side to do it. Go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it at 90. Little lifts up for 8. For 6, go 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest right there. Woo. Hands come back onto the frame. Round through that spine. Arch and reach. One more set there. Now, you're going to lower your headrest down if it's not already down. That's totally fine. And then you're going to grab your box. So we're going to go long box next. I'm keeping you, we're going away a little bit from the classical method, but keeping you nice and even in this body with just like a whole full body, well-rounded reformer workout. So you can always go back to this one. Now, again, medium spring. So you're staying right there. You're going to lie on onto your stomach. Shoulders in line with the edge of the box. Now thread your hands through the handles, and that's really, so it's not like super loud and just like hitting the side of your reformer, just so you know why we do that. And then you'll hold on towards the tape or just up your rope a little bit, or if you have leather straps, up towards those dots that are on your leather straps, okay, the little rivets. Now, try to keep the legs all the way together in parallel. If that bothers your low back, we'll open them up slightly. Abs are pulling away from the box. This is your pull straps. You're going to reach the arms down and back as you lift your chest up. Now make sure, again, the chest is lifting, but the neck's not cranking. So you're still looking at the edge of your reformer. And then lower all the way back down. And again, you reach it down and back, lifting the chest. Palms are facing towards your hips and hugging towards your hips. And then you lower back down. 3 more right there where you get to lift it up and lower. Go for 2 and lower. Last one, reach it down and back, hold it right there. You bend your elbows and then straighten it. Bend, straighten. Collarbones are wide, try to get your shoulders on your back a little bit more. Triceps again, but feel your back. Feel those rhomboids working with you here too. Those muscles between your shoulder blades. 1 more set. Reach it long, and then reach it all the way down. Woo. All right, from there, T-pull. So you're going to slide your hands down just a little bit lower. So I'm going to hold on towards the edge of my handles. And then it might be the edge of the leather of the loops for you at home if you're on the leather straps. Now from here, abs are in again, T-pull. Try not to move your carriage yet. Just reach your arms out to a T. Palms are facing down. See if you can reach those arms up a little bit higher to help you already engage your rhomboids. Then from there, you punch the knuckles out to the sides, lift the chest up as you reach those arms back, and then reach it back out to the sides. And again, reach up and back out to the sides. Again, reach and back out. Make sure those abs are pulling in. Just 2 more here. Palms are still facing down. Last one. And rest. Hook up those handles. Step off to one side. And then just hold onto your box and just stretch it out a little bit. That extension work. I know pull straps probably isn't your favorite, but that extension work is so helpful to do. And it helps strengthen and keep your spine like super mobile. From here, let's keep you on, let's go still to medium spring. You're gonna take a seat on the box. Grab your handles. And this one's just like a nice, think of it as like your half roll back, and we get to open up a little bit more into your spine here too. So you can thread the hands through the handles, you'll choke up the rope slightly, and then you'll have to play with where your hips are at on this one. You're sitting up nice and tall, the arms stay long. Then from here, start to tuck your tailbone and round back on your box. And again, every box is gonna be a little different, every body is too. If you want to, you can go all the way back for extension right there, letting the head hang heavy. And then chin towards your chest. Round yourself back up, keeping the arms long. So this one should just feel good in your body. Now again, you might play with where your hips are at. If you are going for your extension, I wanna make sure that the box hits like right below the tips of your shoulder blades, so that way you can really open it up. My arms are going to the side of the reformer even still too. And then I bring my arms back, chin towards the chest, and round it back up. You've got one more set right here. Round it back. Let this just feel good in your body. Don't try to nitpick it apart. I feel like we can do that easily in Pilates. And then round it all the way back up and sit up tall. Now from here, I'm going to change, or I want you to as well, change out your handles to the loops. And if your reformer doesn't have loops, like detachable loops, what you would do, it probably has the leather. You take the loop that's over here and then take your handle, thread the loop through the handle, and then that's your loop right there that you'll do this exercise with, okay? Again, holler at me if you need help with that. We're gonna go into abs. And I should be on a good gear here. So you're gonna take your loops up the legs. Yay, these little loops fit my legs still. Sometimes then you have to buy a little bit bigger of a loop if you've just got bigger quads. So a lot of my male clients have bigger loops for their equipment, okay? So you're gonna lie all the way onto your back. You're still on that medium spring. Now, if that medium spring doesn't feel good, we can always go lower spring setting on this one, okay? You're gonna bring the legs to tabletop. Hands come behind the head, and I just want you to give me crunches to start. Up, up, and up. Working that bend in your spine, getting a big curl right here. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right there. Now, you're gonna stay curled up, lengthen your legs away from you, and bend them right back in. Reach them away, and bend in. Reach it, and in. Now, don't worry about going too far out or all the way to straight with the legs. If your back starts to arch, we've gone too far. I want you to feel the ribs pulling down and you're not dumping into that back. So it might be here and in today, okay? Listen to that body. 2 more. 2. Last one. Now we add a twist. Reach and twist. Reach, twist the other way. So you're alternating each time. Into those obliques. Reach and twist it. Try to stay off those shoulder blades as much as you can. I'm trying to. Go for 4 more. We get a break in 3, 2, Last one, hug it in after that last one. Rest. If it feels good, you can drape your head back. If that doesn't feel good, you can just stay curled up or even just hands behind the head. Whatever feels good for you to take a little breather. Now from here, legs are going to go straight up towards the sky, heels together, toes apart. Keep a little bend behind the knees. We go for those big crunches again. So we're going to crunch this up and down, up and down. Keep that up and down. Lift and lower. 4 of them. You go 3, go 2, stay curled up. Now the legs, they're going to reach away an inch and in an inch. Reach away and in. So think low abs, pull those legs in, reach and in. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it right here. Reach and toe tap it up, reach, up, reach. Keep that up right here for 8. Get up there. 6. You go 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it in and come all the way back up. Hardest part, getting out of that. Okay, hook up your loops for a second. We're going to go into your hamstring curls. A little tricky to get into when you're by yourself, but we'll do it together, okay? So what you do is you take your loops and then you cross the straps. So you make an X with the straps. Then place the loops onto the tops of your feet because they're going to end up on your arches. Now from here, whatever strap is on top is the way you have to uncross and lie onto your stomach. So as you start to come like right around this position, start to point through the feet so that way you don't lose the strap, hopefully, and you can kind of just adjust a little bit as you come down. Okay? Now from here, 2 medium springs. If that weight is way too heavy, you go 1 medium, 1 light spring. Heels are together, knees are apart. Press your forearms into the box, shoulders are down. Feel the abdominals pulling away from the box as you press your hips down. Now from here, you're going to pull the heels in towards your seats and reach away. Oh, and guess what? I'm already cramping. Yep, So that's what happens there. So you want to pull the heels in and reach. If that cramp happens to you, you'll have to let it go. Do not work through it. Try to stretch it out for a second, and you can just keep working while I have to uncramp myself. Now, important here to keep your hip points down. So if you can, maybe you bring your fingers underneath the hips and push your hips into the fingers. That way you know your hip points are down. In. Go for 4, 3. Neck is nice and long here. Still 2 and 1. Rest from there. You're going to come on to one of those medium springs only. 1 spring only. Again, if you need it lighter, go to your 1 light spring. 1 leg is going to reach straight back, long behind you. Keep your straps on. Now we do single leg. So both hips still pressing down. Pull 1 leg in and reach it away. Now it's easy to push 1 hip down, like your hip that you're trying to keep down the most, but I want you to evenly try to press your hips down into the box. You're trying to lift the thigh bone just slightly here. There goes my cramp again. Go for 4, 3, neck long, 2, last 1, then switch it to the other side. Reach the other leg long, other leg comes in, pull it in, and reach. Now this is like such a great exercise because you get to stretch out your quads as you're working your hamstrings. Like your quads really aren't helping you do this exercise. Hence the cramping today. My legs are like, what? My hamstrings are like, quads, help me out. Nope, they're not helping. Go for 4 and 3, 2, last 1, and rest from there. Let those straps fall off of your feet. Yay. Step over to one side, and then just take a nice forward fold, and you'll feel the work that you just did. Stretch through that. Then slowly round yourself all the way back up. You're going to take your box, and we're going to go short box next. So your box will go over your shoulder blocks, between the shoulder blocks and the pegs. Make sure it's not in front and it's not behind the pegs. So keeping it right between those two will make it stop from coming all the way off of the carriage at any time, okay? That's why we do that. You want 2 springs on just to keep you safe. So it can be any 2 springs for this exercise. Then we're going straight into just side sit-ups. Lucky you today. So we're gonna go 1 foot underneath your strap. Whatever leg is out of the strap, you'll face that direction. And bring that hand down onto your headrest. And make sure that you're on your hip bone versus your butt. So a lot of the times we can kind of go here, and it's hard to see in my pants because they match the box. But you want to be, instead of on your butt, because it makes it really hard and makes you feel like either crampy in your back or just all into your glute, you want to be on the side of your hip bone, okay? Then you have this gorgeous line that your body is in, yay. And then the other hand will come behind the head. Then you stay right here. Abs are in. Little tiny tuck of your tailbone, then you bring the other hand up to meet it. Then from here, we reach out to lower, up to lift. Reach and up. You're keeping that leg that's underneath the strap completely still. So you only come up as high as that leg can keep lifting up into the strap. 4 more. Woo! 3, these get the job done, right? Go for 2. Last 1. And then walk those hands out and drape it down. Big stretch right here. You can also bring the opposite hand over to the other side to get a bigger stretch. And if you're like, what hand is that? Just try both and you'll find that bigger stretch right there. Whatever leg is long underneath, it's that arm, reaches to the opposite side of your carriage onto that frame. It's like I always say, it's worth it to do the side sit-ups because then you get to do that stretch at the end. Okay, other side. So that hip bone, side of the hip is down into the box, hand is long. Now from here, notice I'm starting lifted, even though my hand is still down. I'm not sinking down here and trying to start this exercise because you're not in the work. Lift up, then bring the hand, then reach and lift. Reach and lift. If you're feeling a pulling in your low back, just give me a little tiny tuck of that tailbone, and that should help. Reach and up. 4 more here. 4. Keep trying to lead with your heel underneath your strap. 2. Last 1. And then walk it out. Take that stretch again. Then walk that opposite hand over. Give it that nice stretch there. And then carefully walk yourself all the way back up. And we'll take that box back. So you're done with the box. I'm going to put my box over here for now. You're going to bring your foot bar back up. You're going to stay on those 2 medium springs. Now, we're going to go into bridge work. Go ahead and hook your loops back on too. So the loops stay on, you just put them back on your pegs, okay? So I want you on those 2 medium springs because we're going to finish with frog and leg circle work. So it'll be a perfect setting right there. And those 2 medium springs, you're going to lie all the way down. And you want to keep your headrest down. Make sure your headrest is down because we're going into bridge work. I don't want you to crunch into your neck. So keeping the headrest down, you're on those 2 springs. And that'll help you from, again, cramping into your hamstrings too much or just tightening up your back to do this work, okay? You can always go heavier. If this bothers the knees, you can always just add a light spring on. Or you can go lighter and really feel like the hamstring work. But again, if you're trying to get more to the glutes, that medium spring setting of 2 of them on should be really good. All right, enough talking. Start 2. Feet are hip width apart and parallel, and you're on your arches. Start to lift your hips up off of the carriage. Trying to get the hips up high, but you're still pulling the ribs down just slightly, just so you're not arching into your back. Then from here, you're going to press the carriage away and pull the carriage back in. Reach it and in. Reach and in. Woo! And I'm cramping, so keep going right there. I'm actually going to make mine just a hair heavier. I'm just changing my springs. my springs from my, oh, that's better. My springs from the short box were the 2 light springs. So that's where I just felt cramping right away. So now I'm on my 2 medium springs, and that feels a lot better. I thought I was ready for it today. Nope. Go for 3 more. And 2. Last one. Keep the carriage all the way in. Tiny little down, up, down, up. Go for 8 more. Feel those inner thighs hugging that midline still. Good. Go 4. You're almost there. 3. Woo! 2. And 1. Lower all the way down. Oh, borderline all of the crampiness. Which just tells me I probably honestly need to drink a little bit more water today. Not gonna lie right there. But also that I need to connect to my glutes a little bit more. And sometimes if you can't get out of the cramping, it's a weird cue, but like try not to work as hard and see if that lets it go and feeds it into the glutes instead. My hamstrings always want to take over. All right, so I lifted my headrest back up just so I have a little support in my neck. You're gonna reach back, grab your loops. Your foot bar is up so you can just step onto it and press out. And then tailbones down, and we go heels together, toes apart. Just reach out to your frog and bend right back in. Reach it and in. And you wanna, again, just like we did at the beginning of your work when we were doing footwork, press into your heels. Let that connect you to those upper inner thighs the entire time right here. And reach. 3 more. Go 2. Last one, press it out. Now go parallel with your legs. Keeping your tailbone down, start to reach the legs up just shy of 90. So again, if your hips start to lift or you start to pull into your back, don't go that far. And then you're just gonna press it down. Just before the ropes like hit the shoulder blocks for you. So we'll lift up and press down. We're getting length in those hamstrings. They deserve it after our bridge work. But then you also have to use your hamstrings to press back down. Feel how that core has to stay on as well. And press it. 3 more. And reach. Go for 2. Last one. Then turn out the legs. You're going to come up back shy of 90 again. Then you circle the legs out and around, heels together and up. And again, just shy of 90. Again, the reason for that is so that you don't go past 90 and pull into your back to have to bring your legs back down. You really want to feel the tailbone reaching down as the legs come up. And yes, you should feel some nice, circulation kind of movement here. But you're still working. You're still feeling those inner thighs have to hug together, then come back up. So make sure those heels come together at the bottom. Keep pressing them together, then you come up. Give me 1 more this direction. Then you come up and reverse it. You press down, circle out and around, and up. Reach, around and up. Keep pressing down. And then here, as you bring those heels apart, you reluctantly peel those heels apart, and then you come back up to center. When you come up to the top, heels glue, then press down, keeping those heels glued together. Go for 2 more. Last one. And then go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, open up the knees to the sides, and just take a nice stretch right there. You can either pull the legs in and press your forearms into your thigh bones and get that stretch, reaching the tail down still. Or if you want to take a Buddha stretch where the heels just kind of drop down towards the edge of your reformer, the edge of your carriage, and just hang out right there. It's like whatever feels good after all that work you've done, I want you to go there. Then, either you can stay there if you have some more time, or you're going to start to reach one leg out to the side. And I see a lot of the times people let go of the strap. I like to hold on so that I can keep playing with that stretch, right? So maybe I reach my tailbone down a little bit more and see if I can still straighten out that leg. And then maybe I can pull that leg up towards my shoulder a little bit more too, right? At some point when the leg goes straight out to the side, you can't go any further. So play with it. Maybe it feels really good straight out to the side. Maybe it feels good just going up to that shoulder a little bit more. These are your stretches. Totally play with it at the end of your class. Now we're going to the other side. It might feel very different. Might feel exactly the same as the first side. So just listen to your body. And again, play into those stretches. Don't feel like you're stuck and you have to hold it. There will be days that I ask you just to hold it and try not to fidget, but today I want you to play with them. Then maybe you straddle both legs out to the side. And just reaching that tailbone down still. Then bring those legs all the way back in. Go ahead and take those loops off. Careful, your foot bar's still up. Bring them in, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Rock and roll yourself up. And you are all done with your full body reformer workout today. Nice work. We'll break some stuff down more and more throughout this journey together on the reformer, but this is always going to be a great go-to whenever you need that full body workout. I will see you again soon.